Hello friends, today we are going to discuss questions which have been asked in ophthalmology in NEET 2018. Let's get started with the first question. The first question is, which of the following is the yoke muscle for right lateral rectus for dextroversion? Left medial rectus, left lateral rectus, right medial rectus or right superior oblique? Well, this is the answer, but the question sounds tricky, isn't it? But it is not. Let us start. So basically, what are yoke muscles? Yoke muscles are contralateral synergists. Contralateral means muscles of the opposite eye and synergist means muscles which act together. Yoke is basically this device, this brown wooden thing which you see, which is used by a farmer to tame the bulls into working in a field, so that if one bull moves to the left, so will the other. Similarly, the brain has disciplined the eyes with the use of yoke muscles. Why so? Suppose I am looking at you with my right eye, but my left eye is looking elsewhere. Then the brain will receive two images, one of you and one of some other object. So in the brain, there will be confusion whether to see you or the other object. And either I will be seeing alternate images of you and the other object, or I will see a mosaic. So to prevent this thing, we have something called as yoke muscle. So when we are looking at the object of interest, both the eyes are looking at it. Like when we look to the right, both my eyes move towards the right thing so that I can look at the object at right. This is known as dextroversion. When I look to the left, this is levoversion. When I look up, it is supraversion. When I look down, it is infraversion. So now, when we are looking to the right side, the right eye is going laterally, but the left eye is going medially. So in the right eye, right lateral rectus is contracting, but in the left eye, left medial rectus is contracting. So the yoke muscle for right lateral rectus is left medial rectus. Similarly, when we are looking to the left eye is going laterally, but the right eye is going medially. So left lateral rectus is combining with right medial rectus. Similarly, when we are looking upwards, both the eyes are going up. Now that is done by superior rectus muscle and inferior oblique muscles of both the eyes. When we look down, both the eyes are going down. That is facilitated by inferior rectus and superior oblique. So now it becomes simpler. You have to remember, medial rectus and lateral rectus of opposite eye work together. Superior rectus and inferior oblique work together. And inferior rectus and superior oblique work together. So now can we go back to the question? Okay, so he is asking, the patient is looking in dextroversion. The patient is looking towards the right side. So the right lateral rectus is contracting, and which was the other muscle which was contracting? It was the left medial rectus. So the answer is left medial rectus. Coming to question number 2. Which of the following prescriptions issued by an optometrist represents mixed astigmatism? Plane with -1.5 cylinder at 180 degrees, -1.5 sphere with -2 cylinder at 90 degrees, +1 sphere with -2 cylinder at 90 degrees, or +1.5 sphere with -0.5 cylinder at 180 degrees. Answer is this, but it sounded like Greek and Latin, but it won't in a while. Now we live in a world with 3 dimensions: length, width and height. Some of you might say, no ma'am, there are new 4th dimension and 5th dimension, but I will stick to what I know. Suppose we are looking at an object like a Snellen's chart letter. Now it has got a vertical dimension and a horizontal dimension. So 2 bundle of rays will be coming to the eye, a horizontal and a vertical. Now suppose this is your eye. If both the horizontal and the vertical rays are focusing on the retina, then the patient is emmetrope. means they don't need glasses. If both the rays are focusing at the same point in front of the retina, then the patient is a myope. If both the rays are focusing at the same point but not at the retina, behind the retina, then the patient is a hypermetrope. Now what about astigmatism? In astigmatism, the horizontal rays and the vertical rays are focusing at different points. So now the first option is that one of the bundles is focusing at the retina, but another one is either focusing in front or focusing behind. So that is simple astigmatism. Simple astigmatism means there will be no spherical error, only cylindrical error in one axis, because one of the rays is focusing at the retina, other one is not. Now coming to compound astigmatism. In compound astigmatism, none of the rays are focusing on the retina, but they are focusing on the same side. If both the rays are focusing in front of the retina, it is compound myopic astigmatism. Compound myopic. If both the rays are focusing behind the retina, it is compound hypermetropic. Now we have one more entity here, that is mixed astigmatism, where one ray focuses in front and one ray focuses behind the retina. That is mixed astigmatism. So simple astigmatism, I have told you that you will have cylinder in only one axis, there will be no spherical error, so that you can make it out from the prescription. Now compound astigmatism I have explained to you, but I didn't explain to you what is with the rule and against the rule. With the rule means that the vertical meridian is steeper. Steeper means it is more curved, it is refracting more. And against the rule is opposite of that. Against the rule means that the horizontal meridian is steeper or more curved. So how can we make it out from the prescription? It is a simple mnemonic, WPW syndrome, which you read in cardiology. So here we have modified it according to ophthalmology. So W means with the rule, P means plus or positive sign at vertical meridian, which is 90 degrees, and vertical is steeper. So if you have plus sign at 90 or the opposite is minus sign at 180, it is a with the rule astigmatism. Now against the rule astigmatism is just opposite of that. So against the rule astigmatism is minus at 90 or plus at 180. Now coming to mixed astigmatism. I am not hungry, I am showing you this slide because like we have a bowl of mixed vegetable, it has a bit of everything. So I explained to you in mixed astigmatism, one of the rays is focusing like a myopic and another ray is focusing like a hypermetropic. So but how will we come to know from the prescription? You have to see that in mixed astigmatism, the cylinder will be greater in magnitude than the sphere and of opposite sign. The cylinder will be greater in magnitude than the sphere and will be opposite in sign. So let us go back to the question now. Out of these, option A is saying plane with minus cylinder. So it is a simple astigmatism. Now in the option B, both sphere and cylinder have the same sign. So that option is out. In the next option, yes, the cylinder is -2 but the sphere is +1. So the cylinder is of greater magnitude and opposite sign. So this is our answer. And in option D, the cylinder is smaller than the sphere, so that is out. I hope you can solve other questions like this now. Next question. All of the following statements about presbyopia are true except the power of the presbyopic correction is related to person's age. Stronger power is needed if the person wants to work at a distance closer than 40 centimeter. A weaker lens is needed if a person has myopia. Approximate power of lens for a 55-year-old individual is +1 diopter. So let us first read what is presbyopia. God has gifted us with the most amazing camera in the universe and the power of accommodation. It means when we are looking at a distant object, we can see it clearly, but when we are looking at near, our focus has to change because now the rays are coming more divergent. So we need a more converging lens, means more convex lens to make the rays focus on retina. So how we do that naturally? That is by accommodation. When the rays are coming from near point, they are more divergent. So the lens assumes a more spherical shape, a more convex shape. So it converges more and makes the rays focus on the retina. But with age, this power starts getting lesser and lesser. Why? Because the lens becomes harder because of nuclear sclerosis, the lens capsule becomes less elastic, and also there is a loss of ciliary muscle power. This loss of accommodation with age is called as presbyopia, and as is clear, as the age will increase, the power of accommodation will decrease and the presbyopia will increase. So you will need to give greater correction to the patient. Now let us look at a case scenario. This is the eye, this is the natural lens, and one object is here, another is here. So from here the rays are coming like this, but from here the rays will be more divergent. So if an object is nearer, the rays which are coming are divergent. So for correction you need a more converging lens. Okay. So the nearer the object, the nearer you are holding the object to your eyes, the greater correction, greater positive correction you will need. Now as I told you, with age the accommodation starts decreasing, it keeps on decreasing. So with age you will need to give greater correction to the patient. You can remember it like at 40 years it is around 1 diopters, and every 5 years there is an increment of around 0.5 diopters. So at 50 years of age you need about +2 diopters of correction, and nearer objects need more converging lens. This we have discussed. And in myopes, since they have a longer eye, less converging lens is needed because the eye is longer. Even if you are giving a less converging lens, they will still focus on the retina. So can we go back to the question now? The power of the presbyopic correction is related to the person's age? Yes, it is. Stronger power is needed if the person wants to work at a distance closer than 40 centimeters? Yes. A weaker lens than expected for age is needed if a person has myopia? Yes. Approximate power of lens for a 55-year-old is +1 diopters. No, it is wrong because it is around +2 diopters.